Greetings and welcome to the third weekly Upcoming Artist Radio Live Recap. The top 10, the FERM Favs. I had a hard time with this round. There's a lot of strong tracks. I go back, I listen to them all, not everyone all the way through, but I revisit all of them, see which ones really pop out at me, stand out. And so I picked another 10, then the top 3 out of the 10. Wide range of genres. Before we get into it, I want to give a special shout out to Character who made that dope real firm intro, a big upgrade on my previous amateur doings. Shout out Character, thank you for doing that. Hit him up, he's a good editor and graphics person. So I had many tracks to pick from. As I said, I go back, I from a different perspective, new days, different days, I look through them. I feel what I feel from when I first listened to them, kind of compare it to the second time, and things pop out at me more, so I make the decisions just based on that variety in mind. And this week we've got a long list of honorable mentions. I thought about making the criteria a little stricter, but I have to shout out the names of the honorable mentions because they're all either really strong submissions that have a great sound, I felt something from them, and sometimes they're just like either particularly interesting and very creative, but they didn't quite make it as one of my ultimate favorites to get into the top 10. So there's a lot to pick from. As I said, it was very difficult to choose, but I got down a list that I hope you will all enjoy as well. So before we get started, let me go through these honorable mentions here. Daryl Soham, Official Field Boys, Pain Fuel with Coulter, Solo Lasky, STK Legendary, Young Bands J and Swago, Underworld, LB Sickening, No Heart, Champion, Dunzo, Just Rico, AOG, Rob DeLock, Sailor Your Love, Passive the Rapper, OK Mez / Semiyako, doing a very interesting thing, OK Mez, and his alter ego. Carlito Black, Lee Lyrics, MLT, Love Aura, Anita, Soda Baby, Mythic, Character, shout out Character on the intro, Terry Drayton, Dune Tune, Rockstar Life, T-Flip, Breezy B, Young Prince, Harrisondo, Vianney Luca, Papa Dope VVS, Bozy444, Big Fat Roll for making me laugh like a bastard, Tanner Agpoon, and Wak EK. All the people on that list are doing really awesome things, and to everyone that submitted that doesn't get their name mentioned or make it into the top 10, thank you so much for joining and contributing your music to the show. It's always helpful. It's always enjoyable, even if it's not the best of the best. Keep at it. And also sometimes it might not just be whatever you're doing, might not be my favorite type of music, so that might make it harder for you to get in as well. But keep doing what you're doing. Use your creativity. Don't give up. Also, a little note, there's a lot of strong tracks that are submitted by people who have previously been in my top 10, so I kind of like to give opportunities to other newer contributors who haven't been on the top 10 already, although it has happened in the past two ones with Gulix. So in special occasions, that will happen if I really feel that strongly about it. There's plenty of people on the honorable mentions that were in the top 10 and could have easily been in the top 10, but I'm trying to give some other highlights to some newer people as well. So let's get into the top 10. Alright, here we go. Again, reminder, no particular order except the top 3 is kind of an order but not even within itself. Just I wanted to pick 3 of the strongest to me that I felt personally the most. But other than that, no particular order, kind of just mixing up genres here. First up, LMC with Soldier.
I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord, yeah. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord.
LMC Soldier off his newest album, His Royal Majesty, going at it with a little drill feel, praising the Lord. If you don't like religious stuff, that's cool. I mean, it transcends the message. I always say it's like kind of like a Bob Marley thing. Not everyone that loves Bob Marley, most of them aren't Rastafari, but you can jam with the music. It's great stuff. LMC. Next up, we have Be Ill and Wesley Green. Wesley Green featuring Be Ill, Night Move. Let's check it out.
I am not leaving, I hope you believe it. I promise your grandpa I'm taking you fishing, you getting your wishes. That's on my life. Know that I love you if it's husband or wife. Know that it's happy, but as long as you happy, then I will be glad, because we will not fight. In my world you're the light and your mother's my gravity, holding me down. Babe, thank you for having me. Yes, I'm a clown. Hope that you laugh with me. Actually,
let's get to working on the night move. Let's swerve and lanes in the night too. Only thing I need is me and you. So baby, tell me what's the night move.
Wesley Green and Be Ill, Night Move. Be Ill will usually typically send in like diss tracks and stuff like that, and this was an interesting change of pace that caught me by surprise. Be Ill with his ill bars inserted into a fantastic vocal performance by Wesley Green on that hook, that Night Move. Be Ill branching out. Shout out Be Ill and Wesley Green. Next up, we've got Key Gen's Escape Plan. Let's check it out.
I put you in an attitude. I'm pussy, I'm not trying to embarrass you. Okay, I got a lavish dream, chase a rocket, data, drew me busy trap. I'm not a rapper, a lot I do, a lot I chew. A film director, help to scrap the artist, so life is juice. Traffic escape plan, that was the escape plan. But hey, investigating, that shit was a waste. Ran away, I stopped the face, cause shit just started racing. But waiting, open gates, and this shit just stopped raining. Oh, lady out the base, man, I won't go west.
Key Gen's Escape Plan. Such a great feel. It's like fast paced, but it's chill. It's got those oohs and ahs and everything. I love that vibe. Escape Plan, Key Gen's, aka Boosted. Next up, we've got Jedediah with a track called Dangerous. This man came onto the scene with a whole different sound that I'm used to hearing getting submitted, so this was a treat. Let's check it out again.
For me to say it, but you're dangerous. You just keep your distance. Don't want no party to gain, and that is just so tempting. But I know how it will end. New age producer, look into your eyes. I turn to stone. Ow! Yeah, no, I told you.
Jedediah. So glad he came through. That was some very solid pop, just like MJ, on some MJ stuff. Those are some dope tunes. Jedediah, Dangerous. Next on the list, we've got High Viz Boys. They only come through every once in a while, but when they do, they bring something special. This one's called Good Times Roll.
Just let the good times roll and go in.
Plan that.
I miss you. I'm smoking again. I'm out of pocket. It's 2 a.m. and we toy, so how we doing? Yeah, I'm drinking again. Just let the good times roll and go in. Get off work, order drinks, wearing high vis at the bar, and she honestly looks hot in a cheap outfit from Target. I have my job, pay me cash, so my child support stay low.
Good Times Roll, High Viz Boys. That was a good time listen. A classic late 90s sound. Reminds you a little Sublime-y, a little those types of songs. Very cool, very strong. Some fun, silly lyrics as well. Good Times Roll, High Viz Boys. Next on the list, going back to a little more hip-hop, we got Jody Sophomore featuring Skull E. Satisfied. Let's check it out.
God control you niggas steady playing. Why you broke, you need to quit complaining. I ain't content, I'm saying I won't be satisfied. Some my niggas thrive, some my niggas die, but my niggas lie. Sure they tryna ride, but we can't roll, cause I'm tryna fly. She gon' bust you wide. Satisfied till the bitches cry when I pass them up, when I pass them by. Satisfied till the devil shine. Yeah. Satisfied for me and
only time I'm satisfied when I'm getting high. Yo, nickel on in this slime time. Bust a watch down, that's time. Push a bitch down, she fine. I'ma go out them, it's prime time. I'm rolling just like I'm a top. My bitch get high on the ride. Pull up and get you a break and some Viking. I got that 40 on me, I ain't fighting. For the first night, on me, I ain't wifing. If you don't come with the K, then we icing them. Beat up the bag, you sound Mike Tyson.
I won't be satisfied till my niggas
Satisfied featuring Skull E. Jody Sophomore. Loved that beat. Very cool sound. Cold, hard, bar heavy. Shout out Jody Sophomore and Scully. Next up we've got iLeaks, I think it's how you say it, Ayeleex. A very interesting submission, keeping with the genre variety theme. This is called Bad Things by iLeaks.
Now my bars because I need to get paid. Sometimes I feel great and then I want to escape. Nothing you can do for me will ever quite get through to me. Am I a lost cause? All I know is I'm gonna keep pushing go. It's raining outside and it's coming down hard. 150 for a feature, they tell me that I'm a star. Can't let you in my section, I don't know just who you are. I did some bad things, all of this was in the cards. It's raining outside and it's coming down hard. 150 for a feature, they tell me that I'm a star. Can't let you in my section, I don't know just who you are. I did some bad things, all of this was in the cards.
Bad Things, iLeaks, Ayeleex. It should be on the screen, you'll see it. Love that chorus, and an interesting way of singing, unique voice, I would say. Hell yeah. iLeaks, Bad Things. Now we get to the top 3. The top of 3 of the 10, also not in any particular order. 3 quite different sounds and styles. For this first one, I'm going to do Neem Keys, another name that made it 2 times in a row in the top 10. I had to put him in. He's just something else. He's on another level. I'm a big fan of his style, his own completely own style to my ears. Let's check this one out. It's called Let It Go.
Control. Don't need no perfume, no gold. Never kill it, never cover them stones. Get the tongue twitches, never find it a home. Now I need it when I blow it out, I let it go. Let it go.
What the fuck? Shout out Neem Keys, Let It Go. Every track he sends in is so originally different from the other one. He's truly a high-level artist. Very complex stuff. Definitely not for everyone, but he's for me. And so he's in my top 3. Neem Keys, Let It Go on Audio Mac if you want to look for it. Look for all the tracks you like. Give them a listen. Support your fellow community artists. Next on the top 3 we have Masterpiece by Lil Jack and Dawn. This track is very interesting. Another example of quite unique sounds and styles. Let's give it another listen.
I'm a masterpiece, don't fuck with me. I guess this shit comes naturally. And I swing my sword, they call me Link. These bitches, you have to be after me. My baby girl, oh, she's so sweet. I told that bitch just strip from me. I threw her out, she for the streets. Cause my new hoe don't fight with me. You thought that you was special, but now you is just a dog. Baby, I'm the firework, and I'm blasting up above. Don't know why you ever thought that you would fucking be the one. Come on, now just show me what you want.
Stop calling 2020 my pants. 5 bands, made a fucker best friend. Your old man and nan, so I beat her and need a new pants. You need to find yourself a man who can finance all your little hobbies and trips to the Bay in Hawaii. Wear them whenever you plan, you don't need a plan. Just pack what you need to the keys at the consumer's easy to land. Stay with the malice and jumps like a fan. Don't mess with my queen. Chopper like Roger Taylor, Freddie Mercury.
Masterpiece, Lil Jack and Dawn. Such an interesting sound. The deep growly, and then that transition going into the rap flow from Dawn, I'm pretty sure, is the second guy. Sorry if I mixed you two up. And those keys, the piano, it was a very interesting sound in totality. Masterpiece, indeed. Now, for the last of the top 3, we have D-Lo, How'd It Happen? With a dope music video, another new name coming out on the scene here. This boy's got a great vibe and energy to him. Let's check it.
Turn me to a target, now I got angels on my shoulders. Indiana Jones, I stay running from these boulders. The more that I get older, and all this global warming, but the world keeps getting colder. Dislocated shoulder, I couldn't feel my nerves. Doesn't matter, I had the pen in my hand, I put in work. Going based to base, I'm feeling fly, that pop, I'm rounding third. I'm going face to face with both shoulders and angels, demons lurk. From trade to trade, I'm icing up the game, that's one stone per two birds. And in the database, from day to day, they crack into my words. I've learned that from my father, that girls can be a savage. Not 21, it's a slaughter, my skeletons up in the attic. I was floating like an otter, now I'm drowning, how they happen. Once I get a daughter, guys that break her won't be up for action. I've learned that from my father, that girls can be a savage. Not 21, it's a slaughter, my skeletons up in the attic. I was floating like an otter, now I'm drowning, how they happen. Once I get a daughter, guys that break her won't be up for action.
D-Lo, how'd it happen? Rode that beat like a monster, and the beat was awesome. It kept like changing keys a little bit. It had a very interesting dynamic. Bars, spittin', fire, D-Lo. Thank you for joining and coming onto the scene, showing us what you got. You're in my top 3 for this week. That'll do it for the weekly recap of the third week of 2023. Upcoming artist radio live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Submit a track. It might be one of my favorites. Or you might make it on honorable mentions, or you just keep doing what you're doing. All you guys out there have some creative power. I hear it, I sense it. Even if you got some quality issues to work out, still finding your voice, keep doing what you're doing. As long as you love it and you're passionate about it, don't give up. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join the live streams. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Now we're covered in stone. Get it down